first long form podcast of the Isaac podcast, episode 1. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is something I didn't plan. I just threw this together at the last minute. Well guys, today there's a lot of things to talk about. But I'll be honest with you guys. This is gonna be really shitty at first. I can't imagine it getting any better, but we'll see. We will see. I hope it gets better. That's for sure. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my boy, little Ted from Home Depot. He helped a lot today, and he really had my back. That dude, he knows how to mix a good bottle of paint. But that's besides the point. Because
you're not a gawk-brained military crew. Get moving.
I just woke up from a nap. And guys, for this long form, for the real podcast, I can't imagine me having all that energy I have for the 1 minute podcast. But who knows, man? Maybe I will. Maybe I will at a certain point. First and foremost, today is the official release of Cyberpunk 2077. And if you guys don't already know, it is crazy, guys. It is fucking... I don't know if this means like, hey man, it's average, games, they all come out the same way. And it's gonna be fine in a couple of weeks. I don't know, man, because a lot of the shit that is wrong with it, it feels like it'll take more than months to fix all of it. I know that The Witcher, as good of a game it is, it's still buggy as fuck and still does like weird stuff from time to time. So I can imagine Cyberpunk being somewhat the same, right? That it's probably gonna be good, but it'll still have bugs, it'll still have glitches, it'll still have stupid shit going on in the game. And honestly, I don't have a problem with that, but I can see how a lot of people would be bothered by that. If you don't know what the bugs and the problems are with Cyberpunk, is there's a lot of just crashes. A lot of people are trying to play the game on the base PS4 and Xbox, and it's just not working, guys. Apparently people are experiencing big and heavy crashes, and apparently a lot of people are like not even able to play the game. In some cases you got people just being able to play the game, but the audio isn't synced up, or models aren't loading in, textures aren't loading in, and that in itself isn't such a bad thing. But the crashes and the game-breaking bugs, like for me, where I was so happy to finally get my hands on it once I got out of work, and then only to be met with, subpar frame rate and a lack of and a lack of fucking audio sync, it really made me not be able to play the game. I had to step away and, you know, play something else because I can't and I couldn't enjoy the game. I'm playing it right now, and so far it's way better than it was the first time I launched it. The first time I launched it, shit looked terrible. It wouldn't sync up. But right now everything's fine, all things considered. Everything looks synced up. There's no bugs or problems going on while I'm playing. But then again, I am playing on the Pro, and also there's still those character models of NPCs that aren't loading in. And you know, sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it really just takes you out of the game. It kind of sucks, man.
Almost.
This is going to be a great game. I know it is, and it's just a matter of time, but for the moment, it really sucks that this is how we got the game. And the worst part is I really can't complain, because, you know, all things considered, guys, I was one of the ones complaining a lot. I was one of the ones that every time they would delay the fucking game, you know, I would be like, yo, I don't care, just give me the game. Just give me the game. I just want to play the game. And now we got the game, and it's kind of busted. And so it just feels shitty because now I can't say anything. At least I feel like I can't say anything because it's like, I wanted the game. I didn't want another delay. So what am I going to say?
Now take him out quietly.
Like I said, it's a fucking amazing game. It looks good. It fucking feels amazing. It's weird to say that, even though you're barely like playing it for 30 minutes, but it feels amazing. And you could tell that there's been a lot of love and work made into this game, put into this game, and I'm excited to see where these characters are gonna be and what they're gonna do, and you know how invested I'll be in these fucking characters.
All right, all yours. Take him out. No worries. Try again.
Oh man.
Work a little half.
Yeah, man. You know, one of the things that I didn't think about when I said I would make this fucking goofy podcast was I didn't think it would be so hard to fucking fill in like empty space. It was just actual conversation, man. I thought it would be easier than this, but man, was I wrong. But whatever. That's just, you know, the birthing pains. Like, and over time, it'll be easier to just have a natural conversation while doing this.
All right, all yours. Take him out.
Fucking shit, guys. I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but it's a pretty good day. So today I had to work in the morning, had to open, and you know, guys, man, sometimes shit just goes bad right off the get-go, and today was one of those days, man. You know, you wake up, you try to go to sleep, and you try to get to work on time, and for the most part, everything works out.
All right, all yours.
But last night, man, I don't know, for whatever reason, I just couldn't fall asleep. I don't know if it was, you know, the excitement for Cyberpunk. I don't know. It was just one of those things where you can't fall asleep no matter how hard you try. But that's what happened to me. I couldn't fall asleep. And so I had to go to work at 5 in the morning. And, you know, for the most part, I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't know if it's just a random situation. But whenever I would get, you know, 1 hour of sleep or 2 hours of sleep, it was always fine. Like, I could wake up late I could wake up late and everything would be fine.
Work a little hack magic on the screen.
I could go to sleep late and everything would be fine. I could wake up at the time that I needed to wake up with 1 hour of sleep. I wouldn't sleep through the alarm. But today, I don't know. Only getting 2 hours of sleep. I just apparently slept through my alarm. Either that or I accidentally turned it off, or I just slept, or it didn't ring or something. But it really sucked, man. I ended up being like 2 hours late to work, and I had to call my manager and tell him, yo, guy, yo, I am so sorry. Can I still work my shift? Can I still come in? Like, I don't know how this works, because this is the first time I've ever done this shit. And god damn, man, it fucking sucked. It sucked asking for forgiveness for something stupid like that, because it's like, dude, I didn't do this on purpose. It was just a bad deal. It just fucking, it was a stupid fuck up that wasn't planned, and that's the shittiest thing. And I was ready to use my sick hours. I was ready to do whatever I needed to do so that I didn't have to, so I wouldn't get in trouble. And lo and behold, fuck me, it didn't matter. It just
never smart to leave behind.
It just didn't matter. Apparently, being that late and not calling in, there was nothing you could do. Apparently, I could have used my sick hours and worked the shift that I was supposed to work, and I still get that, you know, that write up. But besides that or I just worked the you know, whatever amount of hours I was supposed to work, if it's cool with the manager, and that's my only options. But I still get that fucking write-up, and I'm like, god damn, dude, this fucking blows. But it is what it is. It's just one of those things that you're just like, man, I wish things weren't as stupid as they were, man, because this is just ruining the day. And you know, it's one of those things where, like, when the day starts out bad, it just keeps going bad, and it really fucking sucks, man. You hope that everything's gonna be all right from that point on.
Think you're ready to try hacking some
you know, man, I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know if it's people. I don't know if it's, you know, people are like that regardless of the situation. But, you know, like, I had these Mexican dudes that came in, and they're just like, hey, they just be spraying my gate, you know, like, getting people high off of the fucking spray paint fumes, because they're just spraying it inside the store. And, you know, I go up to them, and I'm just like, hey, yo, you can't do that. And they get mad. They're like, I wouldn't say rightfully so, but they're mad. And I don't know, for me, I just feel like, alright, that's unnecessary. Like, you're the guys that are doing shit that you shouldn't be doing. And once I tell them that, they're like, oh, okay, sorry. And you know, man, I don't know how it works for other stores, but for the most part, they tell us, like, hey, man, you gotta, when you open up the spray paint, you gotta stay there, let the people grab their shit, and then you can walk away. So I waited, I let the people grab their shit, and while I was waiting so that I could get back to work, you know, these guys, I guess they thought I was either, I don't know, like mad dogging them, or I didn't want to leave because I didn't want them to spray anymore. But that wasn't what I was doing. I was just waiting for them to, you know, finish their shit so I can get back to work.
See, just needed to shut your brain down.
I guess they were just like, all right, man, just go to work. Go do it. Do it. Stop fucking standing there, bro. Just go to work. Don't worry about me. And you know, it's like, I'm not worried about them. It's just, I need you to move, because the place that I need to go into to work, you're getting shit from there. I don't want to, like, you know, make you more mad, because clearly you're doing something right now, man. You know, man, I don't know if it's just me, but like, I could see how people could huff the spray paint,
Right.
you know?
So first,
I know, I
shape up
understand
those
how that's a
stealth skills.
thing. Cause, yeah, man. That shit wasn't so bad, man. I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that I've been working there for so long. But it's like a comforting smell at this point. Don't get me wrong, it still is a terrible smell. It's a very strong fucking smell. But, you know, the smell that, you know, fucking spray paint gives once you spray it, it's like I'll always recognize the smell no matter what. And that's just what it is, man. That's just what that situation is. And you know, eventually they calm down a little bit, and I try to help them with whatever they needed. But you know, they're already mad because I don't know, man. Maybe it's that thing of like being confronted by adults. You know, adults don't like being told what to do by other adults. Maybe it's that, or maybe they're just shitheads. Who knows, man? I don't know. It's one of those scenarios where you're just like, man, you shouldn't, you don't have to fucking react like that, dog. Like, I'm cool, you're cool, bro. Like, chill the fuck out. Alright, the next thing. Fucking. And then after that, once they left, you know, guys, I decided, hey, you know what's a good idea? Let's go get these guys. Let's go get these guys, let's get my team something, let's go give them some help, you know? Because sometimes we get busy, you know? And so I go to help my team, I go do what I gotta do. And
find cover, quick.
We got a bunch of orders at that time,
now,
and so
move slowly towards the exit. Stay out of sight. Almost. Again, from the top.
oh man. So we had a bunch of orders, and I go up to this guy, and you know, at the time we don't have like a working color match machine.
Nice. Now move slowly towards the exit. Stay out of sight.
And so, you know, today my coworker, he fucking got it to work. And we had a working machine for like maybe less than 3 hours. So we were able to help customers with color matches for a little bit, and all of a sudden, the shit just broke, and we couldn't do it again, and it broke when this dude brought like 30 fucking samples to do colors with, and it's like, ah, shit. You know, I try to troubleshoot and fix it as best as I can, you know,
find cover, quick.
as best as I could before,
now,
without having to make the guy wait so long, but it just wouldn't come out, man. You know, the shit wouldn't work anymore. So that sucked, and then, you know, obviously you gotta tell this guy, hey, yeah, man, it's not working, I'm sorry about that.
Now the same thing, only with the camera.
You know, man, a lot of times they just don't give a shit. They're just mad because you're like, wow, man, you could have told me, like, you had me waiting here for 30 minutes. I did not. I had them waiting there for like 10 minutes while I did that shit. You were waiting there already like 10 minutes waiting in line because there was a line. I didn't make you wait 30 minutes just while I was fixing the shit, dude, so chill out. But, you know, you lose track of time while you're waiting, so he's like, well, thanks for making me wait, bro, and I didn't even get shit. Thanks a lot, man. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to screw you over, man. I just wanted to try to fix this so I can get you your shit and you don't have to go somewhere else. I'm sorry. But that's just how it was, man. So he left angry and I just felt shitty. How's the end of the day, man? You know, that's how that day ended.
Well,
so it just
Nice work.
You know what, man? I'm kind of negative about it, but it wasn't all that bad, man. It was just a shitty feeling that, you know, the day started bad and it ended bad. But, you know, once I got home and I was able to relax, I got some days off, you know, it wasn't too bad after that. And that is the work stories as of right now. If anything else comes up the next time I'm at work, I'll let you guys know.
Take him down, but careful. Looks tough.
What else? So
come on, you got this.
So now, one of the things that have been going through my mind a lot, and I mean a lot, is for a long minute, I've been wanting to buy some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Or some Digimon booster boxes, my guy.
Now maybe we find someone closer to your weight class.
For those of you that do not know what a booster box is, it's just like, you know, the big ass box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I just want to buy a box that has like 20 packages in there and just open them up. And the sad part is I don't even got anyone to play, man. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna open up the shit. I might get some rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I might get some, like, you know, shit that I could sell. But, you know, with shit like that, you don't really want to sell them all the time. You know, you want to get them to show them off, or, you know, because usually they're rare because they're good cards. Like, that's why I want to do it, because I want to get good cards so that I can fucking play Yu-Gi-Oh with people. But like, no one plays it anymore. No one fucking does that shit anymore, and so it's kind of upsetting, man. It kind of sucks. But you know, man, I do want to buy that new Digimon cards. Like, they just released like a booster box for Digimon, and yo, man, I'm not trying to hype it up, but like, I've always been a fan of that shit. Always been a fan of that shit, and honestly, even if I don't know how to play the card game and nobody plays the card game, I really want to buy that shit just to fucking and I really want to get those things just because they look cool, man. You know, I've always liked their fucking look. I've liked their look more than Pokemon for like a long time. And so, like, I just want to buy them just to, like, collect them. That's one of the few fucking card sets that I want to just buy just for the art and just to, you know, get the collection. Fucking Digimon's dope, man. Man, dude. But yeah, man, those shits, they cost a lot of money. Especially what I've been looking about, I think the Pokemon cards, like, that shit has gone up in price, man. Like, I have to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Digimon cards because the Pokemon cards are expensive as fuck now. I don't know, like, I was watching Max Mofo, and he was talking about like how the price has gone up because like Jake Paul and a bunch of normal people are like getting into Pokemon cards again, and so because of that, like, the price of Pokemon cards are fucking insane. Like, it's super weird. But like the newest booster box that came out, it costs like almost $100, man. And there's only like 18 or 20 something packs in there. It's fucking ridiculous, man. But like, I don't know, I get it, but it's so expensive, man. But I don't know, I'll get it eventually. It'll be dope. What else? What else? fucking...
I like that. V,
fucking,
you
know, guys, in terms of anime, you know, there's nothing really good right now. Either that or I just can't really find anything good. Like, I don't know what I've been watching, to be honest. I've been watching a lot of, like, binge shows. I've been trying to watch the Clone Wars, and you know what, man? I could see how that shit was super popular and how people were super excited about that final season. God damn, man, that shit is... Oh, man, I don't know if it's because I've never been a big fan of, you know, sci-fi, but man, it's hard to like get into, and that's not trying to offend, and that's not trying to like have a different opinion. That's just, I really want to get into it, man, because like I see how excited people are for like the Boba Fett shit and Mando, and how excited people are for like fucking the Mando show and all that stuff, and it really sucks that I can't be enjoying that show as much as everyone else, because I just can't get into fucking Star Wars, man. I don't know. I was always a fantasy kid, fucking swords and magic and that bullshit. And I know that's what Star Wars is. When you really boil it down, it's just space magic and space swords. But I don't know, man. Sci-fi, I just never... it's always been hard for me to get into. There's moments where, like... I don't know. It is exciting, and I'm into it. But just... the moment to moment in like Star Wars and like in sci-fi shows, it's hard for me to fucking get into them, man. Besides that, I don't know. Fucking The Office. I'm watching that again. It's funny how like against I was at watching that. Like what, 5 years ago? And then I finally watched it. And it's not bad, man. It's actually pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's overrated, you know. And that ending, and that, like, not the ending episode, but like the ending seasons, and then the beginning, they're very slow and they're very not funny. But it gets there eventually. Eventually, it like finally becomes a quality show, and I could see why people love it and hype it up so much. It's fucking good, like in the middle, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy how they got all these, like, you know. It's crazy how they got Steve Carell on the show. You know, I'm pretty sure this show started out when Steve Carell was like in the middle of his, like how famous he was, like. That was probably like at the point where he was the most famous, and yet he was in this show. And I don't know, maybe I'm remembering things wrong, but I don't know. The Office is what made him that famous around that time, or if he was getting famous and they still kept him, like they were still able to keep him in the Office. That was like the craziest thing for me. And it's also crazy how a lot of these fucking actors. Like it was their first time just doing a show, and they nailed it out of the park, man. Don't get me wrong. There's some cringy ass shit, man. There is some cringy ass shit. If you guys have looked up some of the stuff related to The Office nowadays, it's really weird how a lot of these actors that were in The Office, like that's all they've ever done.
This way.
And that's all they ever tried to do. Like they always try to like sell themselves as, hey, I'm Kevin from The Office, I'm Stanley, I'm this, I'm this. And like that's all they talk about, and that's all they do. And they like one of the things that I saw was like Kevin was trying to, the dude that plays Kevin was trying to sell a shirt, you know, with like, you know, Kevin doing something to do with the chili, and he couldn't do the actual fucking thing because that belongs to the office, like the character and the rights to that stuff. So he can put his face on a shirt, and he can put the image of Kevin and shit, and we all know it's Kevin, but he can't he can't say the chili joke, or he can't, you know, reference the office. It's really fucking strange, man.
Bug could at least try to be nice.
And then Stanley. One of the weird things about Stanley was like, dude, that I think he was doing something before The Office, but like I don't think he's doing anything anymore because of The Office. I think he was so known as Stanley from The Office that he can't do anything else. It's kind of sad, man. And so like he's like doubling down, and he's like trying to pitch like a Kickstarter for like a spin-off series called like Uncle Stanley. And like if you read the synopsis, it's really sad and weird. Like it'll be like, oh, Uncle Stanley has a nephew in LA, and once Uncle Stan, they don't even they can't call him Stanley. That's the thing. That was the thing. Because it's because this Kickstarter is unrelated to, it's related because it's like, yeah, we know that's Stanley from The Office, but they can't call him Stanley. They have to call him Stan, and so you got to be like Uncle Stan, and like you don't. It's so fucking weird. So he's doing a Kickstarter for like a pilot. I don't know if it made budget. I don't even know if it's legal. Like from the sound of it, it's really sketch. Like the plot synopsis is like, hey, this guy in LA is the nephew of Uncle Stan, and his wife divorced him or left him or dumped him or some shit, and so he calls Uncle Stan because he had, you know, he's Uncle Stan, and he no nonsense, and he does the face, you know the face, he does the Stanley face, but you can't say it's the Stanley face because, you know, like I said, that belongs to the people that wrote and made The Office. So, you know, we gotta call it the Stan face. And he goes help his nephew, and he goes take care of the nephew's daughter because the wife divorced him or something, and he's like runs a flower shop, and Uncle Stan's gonna help him because he knows business or some shit like that. It's really weird. Really strange, man. Oh man. And like it's super strange because like in the fucking Kickstarter, he mentions like, hey, you know, we can't call him Stanley, we can only call him Uncle Stan. You know it's Stanley, but you know, but it's Stanley, but you know, we can't say it's Stanley, but you know it's him, because he does the face, and he's, you know, he's classic Uncle Stan. And then, and then, like, what else? And then, like, he's asking for this budget, and it's not even for, like, the whole show, it's for, like, a pilot. And, man, can I say that more than once? Jesus. And, fucking Uncle Stan, he just...
That's her. Sandra Dorsett's protected under Echelon 2 corporal immunity.
Oh man, Uncle Stan, like, he markets that like maybe you'll have guests from The Office, but like he can't say that. But he's like, hey, maybe fucking Dwight will be in this show for an episode. And if this show If we make this pilot and the people like the pilot and they pick up the pilot and we make more episodes, then maybe we'll get like Dwight or like Phyllis. You know, I don't really know who was Stanley close to. Fucking Michael or Phyllis. Somebody will come and they'll be in the episode. That'll be cool. And so that's what they were marketing. That's what Stanley from the and then like same thing with like Pam and Angela. Like they try to sell their merch and they try to sell, you know, like meme shit that has to do with their characters, but they can't say it's their characters. They can't put Pam. They can't put Beasley or the fucking, you know, they can't say that that's Angela. They just. You just know it's them, because then they'll get sued by the people that they work for, or the, I guess, NBC or whoever the people that own The Office rights. It's super weird and sad, man. Like, I know, it makes, I feel like they're okay, right? Like, they have to be okay in terms of money and shit like that, but they make it feel like they're not, man. Either that or, I don't know, man. Look, yeah, I hope if anything, I hope it's just like they're just love The Office and they just want to do more with The Office stuff, you know, and they just loved working with the people from that show and they just want to get a chance to work with them again, you know. I hope that's the case, but some of the stuff is kind of sad and desperate, man. At least it feels that way, but like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just reading into something that's not there, and I hope that's the case. But yeah, that's what I'm watching. No anime. You know, man, like, there's not really anything good this season in terms of anime. Like, I'm reading a lot of manga, that's for sure, but you know, that kind of fucking sucks, because that's like 10 pages every week, and it gets sad, because you're just like, man, if this was an anime, it would end with the cliffhanger, but at least you'd be satisfied. With a fucking manga, you read 10 pages and you're like, that's it? God damn, dude, that felt really short. And it's cool that there's progress, but you really hope that it would have been longer. Yeah, that's the only thing for me. Kind of sucks sometimes. You know, man, I could really go for some burritos. I miss that shit from Cali. Fucking, you know, man. You know what the worst thing about all this going down is? I know that in Texas there's like amazing fucking food, especially in Austin. Like, I live in the food truck capital of the world, man. And like, it just sucks that all this shit went down before I had the chance to go and search for food trucks and experience the Austin life. And now I can't, and I have to wait to, you know, get to learn these cool food places, because shit's just busted and you don't want to get sick. Because, man, dude, like, as bad as California is, Texas, Austin is just as bad, because they just, I don't know, man, people just don't give a shit, do they? They just do whatever they want, man. Like, there's so many moments, like, especially recently, like, you'll just be driving, or you just be walking, or getting, or, you know, being driven, and you'll just see like 50 people just chilling out at the taco truck, like like not giving a shit, and like it's kind of weird, man. It kind of sucks. You're just like, ah, cool, man. That's awesome. Look at that guy just eating his taco. Like, I'm glad that he doesn't give. I wish I didn't give a shit either, man. And you know, man, that feels mean to say, but that's how it feels, right? Like, how could you not give a shit, man? Even if you don't give a shit about other people, how do you not give a shit about yourself? You know? I don't know. Like today, man, it's so weird trying to walk around confrontations, man. Like today, there's this dude at work, and he was just like, "Hey, man, can you get the spray paint open?" And I was like, "You got it, man. I'll be there right now." And he didn't have a mask on, and you know, man, a lot of times nobody will say shit. They'll just let them do their shit, and like, I feel like a lot of time, because it does work, I feel like a lot of time people do want to wear the mask, like not that they want to wear the mask, but they're willing to wear the mask, but they're not willing to spend the money on the fucking mask, and I get that completely. So, because like, well, there'll be moments where like, you'll just offer, "Hey man, you want a mask?" And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, thanks." And they'll take the mask, but like, today was the first time that I met somebody that was like, "Hey man, I don't want to bother you. I just want to know if you were, I just want to, you know, if you were asked or not. Like, feel free to, you know, say no. Do you want me to get you a mask, man?" And he was like, "Oh, I got health complications." And like, immediately I just thought about all the shit I've read and all the shit that, you know, we've been told about. Like, dude, the mask doesn't, even if you got asthma or like, even if you got health complications, like, the mask doesn't do shit, man. The mask will protect. If you have health issues, then the mask will probably help you. Because if you get this shit, then your health issues will probably be the thing that fuck you up. And so it's weird that you're like, I don't know. It's weird that you're like, "Alright, man, I get that you got health complications. I won't bother you again." And so like, that's all you can do is just stand down. But at the same time, it feels counterproductive because you're like, "Dude, this is what would help you, my guy." I don't know. Weird, right? It's just like,
Shit, where the hell's our target?
what am I gonna do? I'm gonna fight this guy? I'm gonna fucking punch this guy? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna call him a dick? No, I'm just gonna back off and let him be. Like, is that a bitch move? It felt like a bitch move. It felt like a bitch move, and you know why? Because with shit like that, I feel like any other dude would have confronted and be like, "Nah, fuck you, bro. You better fucking wear the mask." But, like, I don't know, man. It really does. It feels like a bitch move, and I don't know if that's just because, you know, of my personality, and whenever I back down, I just feel like a bitch. But like, you know, man, I was told by a wise kid. You know, I was told by a wise kid, like, you know, man, people fuck with you, and they like, you know, try to be like, they try to mad dog you more than other people because you're big, because they wanna look tough, and they want to be the alpha in that scenario. And like, you know, man, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's kind of shitty. Cause like, I'm not trying to fuck, I'm not, just cause I'm big, like, you know, in height and width, like, I'm not trying to fucking fight you, dog. I don't give a shit, dude. Like, hey, you do you, bro. And you know, it's really strange that you just have these like dudes like, "Hey, yo, fuck you, bro. I'll fucking kill you," just because you're taller or bigger than them. Hey, you know, real quick, let's give a hand up to Ronnie. Ronnie, what's up, man?
Yeah, what up? Thank you for having me on.
Hey, Ron, I'm really sorry. I invited you because I thought you were going to take longer to get home from work. I'm recording the first episode of the podcast, my boy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, man. And so that's why you heard me talking to myself like a crazy man. I was talking about how a young wise man boy man, I don't know what you would prefer to be called. A young wise man boy man once told me, you know, people will give you more attitude than others just because you're taller than them, just because you're bigger. and both sides and width, you know. And so I was talking about how this dude at work, like, they'd be giving me shit or they'd be talking shit just because I was a big dude, and so that's when you came in. But yeah, man.
We make it? She alive?
What else? What else?
V, jack into her biomon.
What is my last segment? I don't even remember.
Last segment, Ronnie segment. Alright.
Alright, the Ronnie segment. Sure, why not? Fuck it. Fuck my, like, planner. Fuck that. What's up with the Ronnie segment?
Yeah. Ronnie's segment. Let's talk about Ronnie's day at work today.
Alright, now before you say this, is this a common story that you would be fine with people hearing? Or are you sure you want to say this? You know, because this is technically being recorded. And I doubt the public will find it. I'm pretty sure the only people that will hear it will be our friends. But on the off chance that a random dude finds this podcast and listens to it, are you sure with, you know, someone potentially that you know hearing your work stories, my friend?
You know, now that you brought it up, I'm just gonna tell half of the stories.
Thank God. I'm glad I brought that up then.
Alright, well, so, you know, going to work today, you know, no biggie, seems a little boring. As you guys know, if you guys don't know, I'm a lot tech at a Home Depot.
Alright guys, you know, Nate, Huab, those are our other boys. You know, Huab being the one that shits talk the most, and Nate being the one that will be the most sympathetic, they can confirm that Ronnie is indeed a lot tech.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. If you guys need proof, I'll leave a link in the description.
Guys, I know that's irrelevant. I just had to feel like I had to bring in a little bit of world building into this little segment. Continue, Ron.
But right, you know, us lot techs, we don't do much. You just push carts, you know.
Right.
Go back in the store, pretend like you're doing something. And you know, today's one of those days. Normal day. As of late, though, we seem to be low on carts because, you know, a lot of reasons. But the major one being that homeless people like to shoot by when the stores close and just, you know, yoink a few carts.
I mean, I feel like I don't know how many people know some of your stories. I feel like I like to retell your stories for you, but you know, one of the things that the amazing Ronnie has told me would be, you know, these hobos, you know, they'll just eat watermelon on the car, and they'll just leave. Or what was one of them? They just smash. They don't even eat it. They just smash the watermelon on your car.
No, that's not the homeless people. That's actually the.
Oh, that was just the Latinos, the Latino community
looking for work. Yeah, those Latinos that chill outside in the parking lot waiting.
Yeah, but can you really blame them, man? They have no jobs. They gotta, you know, wait for people to pick them up in their sketchy ass trucks. Can you really blame them for smashing their watermelons in your cart?
Yeah, no, I don't blame them. Now I have like a cart that's watermelon scented, so it's pretty cool.
Right?
I know which one it is now.
Do you lick where the watermelon was splashed on so that you could be like, ah, refreshing? Wait, never mind. I just remembered you don't like watermelon. I just remembered that.
I like the flavor. I don't like the watermelon itself.
What is it, like the texture?
If you squeeze some watermelon, it's just the fact that it's watery and, you know, it's just not as juicy.
So you don't like celery?
As I thought. Sure, yeah. Celery sucks ass.
Dude, that's alright, dude. Hot take, dude. Way to go, dude. Dude, the celery community is gonna fucking. There goes my fucking bad speech pattern again. The celery community is gonna fucking burn you on the cross, dog. Like, dude, you gotta be careful with them. They're fucking crazy.
I mean, I hope so. They're just as bad as the pineapple community out there. Pizza on pineapple, like what the fuck?
Oh, dude, chill. This is the first episode, and you're saying some really controversial, fucked up shit, dude. You're gonna get me, like, attacked by the pineapple community, my boy.
I mean, I would hope so. Like, I'm ready to attack them back.
Oh shit! Alright guys, hey, this is a Ronnie's fight. This is not my fight. I'm not willing to battle on this one, guys.
Yeah, if y'all remember, this is the Ronnie segment. But just, you know, any like hard feedback you have about this segment, just go ahead and direct it towards me. I'll leave my.
Look, guys, I will admit, there will be other recurring characters. Ronnie probably being one of the most recurring you'll hear. This is the Isaac Podcast, after all, and the Isaac Podcast, it's really about nothing. It's really about nothing, and it's just about the day-to-day life of Isaac and his friends and family.
Good work. Shit show's over. Cutting my wires now. See you in the near future.
Listen, Mano, I got this thing. Mind if I borrow your wheels?
Shit!
I got a date with Misty, man.
And I'm sorry about that empty space. I thought Ronnie was gonna pick up on the fucking void of silence.
Oh,
So-
I thought this was your podcast.
No, dude.
Dead air.
All right, well now you're just. All right, go, dude, go back to the Ronnie story. I just wanted to put that out there to let people know, hey, there will be more people in the future.
Yeah, not much more really to the story. Just the fact that Malotech, I pushed cards, but today we were low on cards for the past couple of weeks or so. And they've actually been hiring a couple of lot techs like newbies. And these fuckers
girls
are getting it pretty easy. No, God no, girl lot tech. Oh, I will.
You know what's really weird, man?
Girl lot tech.
You know what's really weird? I was at work, and one of my friends at work, I was in the break room just chilling out.
Thank you.
And I overhear them talking because they're both Lautech boys.
It's all yours.
And
I'm beat as it is.
I'm listening to music in one ear and hearing their conversation, not to eavesdrop. It was more so like, because you can't avoid their conversation. And they were saying shit like, yeah, man, fuck Sandra. And I was like, whoa, why? What happened? And they were complaining about how, like, she's a girl Lautech and she doesn't do shit. And that doesn't mean she's lazy. They meant it like she can't do shit. Maybe it's a bad hire. Maybe it has nothing to do with the fact that she's a girl. Maybe it's more so that she just is weak. Like herself is weak. But they were saying like, hey man, Sandra, she fucking can't do shit. Like, when we have to load up the cars, she calls one of us, and even though we're doing shit, like, she can only lift, like, one bag of fucking cement into a car before she's tired and she can't do anymore. And I was like, damn, dude, I guess I really never thought about it, but I guess, yeah, that's one of those jobs that you rarely see women working in that department, huh?
Of course she's alive and well. That's what we
Well,
agreed,
I guess
isn't it?
let me restate myself. I mean, we have female lot tech.
Okay.
They're not girls. They're like old women. We have an old lady. We have Gonzuela.
But they don't load up the cars, do they?
They're more like assist.
Yeah.
They're more like assist, like lot techs. Like you see them there, and you're like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna get like, 25% of the lot techs right now.
They're more like, we'll get the carts and nothing else, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
We'll get the
grab a
carts
few
and we'll call you if we need somebody to help load something, and that's their job.
More or less, yeah.
They're more cashier than lot techs. Am I wrong to say that?
Nah, not even that. They're not even that. They just push carts.
What? Are you fucking serious?
It's an old lady and like a.
No,
like,
but
you
I
know,
get that. But are you serious? They don't even like do that? Like that's fucking insane.
No, they're like special cases. Like one's like, she doesn't speak English, and the other one can't speak can't speak.
Is Consuela the one that doesn't speak English?
She doesn't speak English. She's old. I mean, she's not that frail, but. And then the other one's like this African American lady that's like, physically impaired. Like she's not.
Is she the one that I met when I sneaked into the break room?
Oh, I'm assuming that's every black lady at my work.
You know, man, when I applied to your Home Depot, I remember that I met. I don't know what her name was. I'm assuming. I don't know if it's. I don't know why, but in my head, I just imagine this black lady, and in my head, I have the name Lady D attached to her, and I don't know if that's a show. I don't know if that's somebody at your job. Is there somebody at your job called Lady D? No?
No.
Why do I feel like this?
A black lady in your
Yeah.
in your head?
She was a cashier. Maybe she doesn't work there anymore, but she was a cashier, and she would, like, you know, and she was very nice, and I don't know, I guess that's why I just had this vibe of Lady D attached to her.
I mean, we have some nice...
I don't know. I don't know why I thought her name was Lady D.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you misheard, and it's like, maybe like... Yeah, I can't even talk to you on this one. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, man. I don't know how I even came to that conclusion.
But yeah, like, I mean, we have female law techs, but it's not like, yeah, it's not much, it's not a thing. Like, they're
Alright, I mean, that's something. The way you made it sound is like they just fucking stand at the door, that's it.